Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Jonathan McCollum. And yeah, last night in my dream, I murdered Hypno. Yeah, have you guys ever heard the story about Hypno's lullaby? Dream of killing Hypno. You'll feel much better. I went in my dream, had an M135 minigun. I told Hypno, die, you demon from hell! And yes, I am going to be reacting to the Sticky Pals 3 creepy Pokemon videos. I know there are more than 3, but one's about Mullet Mike. At first, I gotta take my morning meds. Because if I don't, I might fall asleep again while listening to this shit and probably have Hypno up my ass again. Yeah, I don't need Hypno up my ass. I don't need Hypno raping me. And I'm sorry if I'm not checking the live chat, if I'm not checking the chat room as much as I used to do, but I just don't feel like it's worth it. You guys can watch the video, but wait till the video's done and uploaded to type anything in the comment section. Now I just need something to drink. Be right back. No, I'm not stalling. And no, I'm not advertising for Pepsi. I have no connection to them. I just love their drink. Now, I know what most of you are probably thinking. Dude, stop stalling. Get on with the reactions. This is no delay. I'm actually forced to do this. It says on my Folklore bottle, take 1 capsule by mouth every morning and every noon. I just do it every morning. Okay, Mullet Mike's trying to scare the living hell out of me. Stop lagging. Are you fucking serious right now? Where's my 3DS? Give me a minute, guys. I have to pull it up on my 3DS. God damn it. Creepy gaming Pokemon serving Pokédex entries.
This fucking thing on. Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, children of all ages. What's up, guys?
Drunk as usual.
Why is everything so loud? Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, children of all ages. Daddy's got a little bit of a headache today, okay, sweetie? So we're just going to go ahead and move this right along here. Today we're going to be talking about Pokemon. Don't ever drink, kids. Don't ever do it. It's not good for you. Special stick shout out to all these fine folks. Right here. Thank you. Thank you for your suggestions and support. If you have a suggestion for creepy. Oh, it's just a warning. It's just a warning. We're okay. We're okay. If you have a suggestion for creepy gaming, then be sure to leave them in the comments below or email them at suggestions@stickypaddle.com.
Yeah, if you guys have a suggestion for me to react to something creepy, be sure, like what he says, leave them down in the comments below, but never send them through email. And if you guys send me anything through the email, I may like it as a Godzilla Tunes episode script. If anyone has any script ideas, if anyone has any ideas for an episode on one of their videos and you want to put me in it, send me a script. That's about the only way you can't. That's the only reason why I might allow people that use Google Plus to. That's the only reason why I only managed to make the. That's the only reason why I was able to be in the 7th episode of Godzilla Tunes, is because my friend LTD Taylor / Kigoku sent me a script through Gmail.
Alright, so like I said, we're just going to kind of get this ball rolling here. Oh, got dizzy. Today, we're going to talk something to do about Pokemon. I don't know. I know it's going to be creepy, though. So, turn the lights down and the volume up. Or, you know what? Let's just turn the lights down and turn the volume down, too. As we journey into some creepy gaming.
Later, I might react to the 2 NES. Die, Headmill!
If you have seen previous episodes of Creepy Gaming, then you know that we are no stranger to Pokemon games. These cute little Nintendo RPGs aren't always what they seem. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, I'm just saying that these kid-friendly titles can definitely have a dark side.
No kidding, Sherlock.
If anything, I feel like it adds a little depth to the series, similar to the Delta episodes from Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. As I've stated in the past, the Pokemon franchise has been littered with controversy, creepy video game Easter eggs, secrets.
Oh, here it is. Hello from VidCon. It says, "Hi, Jonathan McCullough. We're writing to you from LA, where we're celebrating VidCon with 25,000 fans and creators. Check out what we've announced so far and tune in to see it all happen live." Introducing VR 180, more mobile live streaming. Tune in on Saturday. Now, if I had the money to go to these goddamn conventions, I might actually go. I thought, ooh, Hellgirls and Dragonia are on sale. And they're both $1.99, but now one's $99.99. And one is $1.19. Sorry if I'm taking up time, guys.
Hidden meanings and more creepypastas than you could even begin to imagine. That being said, I wanted to try something different with this episode. You know, shake things up a bit. You know, an episode could usually be about a scary Easter egg or discussion over strange theories or something from the creepypasta files. Hell, it could just be a review of a scary-ass game. So now, in addition to all this, I would like to present to you a compilation episode. And let me clarify, this is not a best of or highlights video. This episode will feature all new content. Think of it like a top 10 list, just without numbers, because from what I was told, there would be no map. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about some creepy Pokemon shit. Let's start with a few Pokédex entries. A little water won't sit. Now, if you're watching this video, I assume you know what Pokemon is at this point, but like Stan the Manly always says,
Excelsior!
No, not that, but every comic book is someone's first comic book. Now then, for those who have been living under a rock or in a coma or maybe just recently won a 20-year game of hide and seek and don't know, Pokemon is about a boy or girl trainer,
Depending on
what
the
gender
gender
you choose, who goes out on a journey to catch, battle, and befriend these cute little creatures called Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
The name Pokemon actually derives from the term pocket monsters. So wait, the game's already admitting they're monsters. Well, we're just off to a great start now, aren't we? The ultimate goal of the game is to catch them all and grow into the greatest trainer of the region. At the beginning of every game, you will run into a professor who will give you your first Pokemon and Pokédex. The Pokédex is essentially
a Pokemon Wikipedia
encyclopedia with all the creatures' essential info. The Pokédex will also give you a brief summary about...
Each of them carries a mask that used to be its face when it was human. Sometimes they look gay and cry, and that's a Yamask, spirit Pokemon. I just read you its description.
The monster itself. Some Pokemon have happy, cutesy little Pokédex entries. Others, not so much. Let's talk about those. These entries are the ones that make you go, what in the flying fuck were they thinking putting this in a game intended for children? Now, there are many different entries that can be morbid or just downright creepy. But for the sake of irony, today we will be covering Pokemon that just seem to have a thing against the game's target audience. Kids. Take the Duskull, for example. In Pokemon Platinum, Black, White, and Black and White 2, Duskull's Pokedex entry reads as follows. It loves the crying of children. Bad kids by passing through the walls and making them cry. In Pokemon Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire, the entry states, Duskull wanders lost among the deep darkness of midnight. If this this doesn't sound like a creepy child-stalking monster, then I don't know what does. You can tell the underlying theme here is simply an Eastern retelling of the boogeyman who frightens children who have been misbehaving. That's not even the weirdest entry of the bunch, though. Oh, no. No. That's nothing compared to the others out there. Take Bayonetta, for example. In almost every Pokemon game it has appeared in, its entry essentially paraphrases the following. A doll that became a Pokemon over its grudge of being thrown away. It seeks the child who disowned it. So here we have a Pokemon that came to be because some child got tired of playing with it when it was a doll, mind you, abandoned it, only for it to come back as a monster and search for the child that disowned it. I don't even want to know what it does if it finds the kid. Maybe it thanks the child for getting rid of it so it can go live a normal life, as Bayonetta Pokemon do, of course.
I dare anyone who has a Bayonetta in their Pokemon game to toss it or give it up. Actually, just throw it away. I want to see what happens to you. I want to see if you get hurt. I want to see if you suffer. I want to see if any of your Pokemon die. Record yourself throwing away a Bayonetta and then hauling ass. Because if I had Bayonetta and I got rid of it, I'd be running as soon as I got rid of it. No lie.
Who am I kidding? I'm just trying to be optimistic here. But you think that's bad? No, that's nothing. That's kiddie shit. Pun very much intended. There's also that one Pokemon. What's his face? He who shall not be named. That's what I'll call him. Because I ain't talking about him. I refuse. He scares the shit out of me. How about Phantom? In Pokemon Y and Alpha Sapphire, its Pokedex entry reads, according to old tales, these Pokemon are stumps possessed by the spirits of children who died while lost in the forest. So here, they're just straight up stating that these Pokemon are dead.
And here's Cubone's Pokedex entry from Soul Silver. Reads, it always wears the skull of its dead mother, so no one has any idea what its hidden face looks like. According to the entry from Platinum, when it thinks of its dead mother, it cries. Its cry makes the skull it wears rattle hollowly. Well, now we know what Marowak's skull is. It's a fucking Mother Cubone skull. Why make Cubone wear its own mother's skull? Why make him wear a Marowak skull?
Wow. Just wow. Hey, applause for Game Freak here. Because only Game Freak can make children dying and possessing rotten tree stumps seem like a completely normal thing. In all likeliness, this could be in reference to the Kadama, of course, also from Japanese folklore, or even the Aokigahara Jukai, also known as the Suicide Woods.
Oh yeah, we can also thank Super Mario Galaxy 2. Shiverburn Galaxy, anybody? The Hell Valley Sky Trees, because they are likely Kodamas. Or basically in Shiverburn Galaxy, that particular galaxy is Mario's hellhole. Yeah, hell hole. My butthole.
Damn, this is getting dark quick. I've had better days.
Now just let me find the other two. Found them! That print is too small for me to read right now, but I can read it later. Actually, you know what? I'll try and read it now. This video contains what could be considered as jump scares. Hold up a minute. Okay, where was I? As an artistic decision, I have ultimately decided to leave the jump scares in as originally planned. I have, however, lowered the volume on them considerably due to the various complaints on YouTube. No, in my first video of creepy gaming, I said that, you know, I've already read all this. I said that I would not personally subject you, my viewers, to screamers, to anyone who felt betrayed. Then I apologize. Jump scares have been in several episodes since the first season. Give me a minute. To be completely honest, I really didn't think they were that bad while editing, or else I wouldn't have added them in. The jump scares from these episodes weren't for cheap laughs or reactions, but rather a storytelling purpose. Hopefully you'll understand after watching all 3 episodes. All that being said, from here on out, I will not lure my viewers into any screamers or intentional jump scares again, unless from gameplay. Of course. Believe me if you want. Personally, I don't care. Either way, I hope you enjoy the rest of the Pokemon episodes. I thank you for watching and supporting.
Previously on Creepy Gaming, Mike's having a hard day while going over Pokédex entries. I've had better days. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Daddy's got a little bit of a headache today, okay, sweetie? So we're just going to go ahead and move this right along here. Today we're going to be talking about Pokemon. Don't ever drink, kids. All right, so like I said, we're just going to kind of get this ball rolling here. Oh, got dizzy. Will he find more success with Easter eggs?
Okay, and actually, guys, I'm actually going to kind of react also to the 2 NES Godzilla creepypasta videos that he likely has done like a few months ago. Sorry about my hair. I mean, like before when I had a little longer hair, I was like pulling off the Wolverine look. Like every time I would wake up, I would see like one side of my hair would look like Logan from Wolverine, like that would be like, and they would be like kind of like a devil's horn, thinking, "What? I'm becoming Logan? Awesome!" And then I always started doing this to people. You.
Creepypastas. Oh, God.
Wow, Mike, you went and tooted a horn from your ass. Real mature.
I doubt it. Oh, God.
Don't toot your horn again, dude. Seriously, I've heard it once. Actually, I've seen these videos before, but that was a long time ago. I bet my opinion's changed. Season 5, Episode 4, Pokemon Ghostly Easter Eggs and Creepypastas.
Moving on from these disturbing Pokédex entries, let's talk about some other strange Easter eggs, theories, and creepypastas. In a previous episode, we covered
the infamous LTS, Lavender Town Syndrome. Oh shit, when I deleted that video earlier this morning, like at 12 o'clock, when I started it, I read to you guys like about the 200 Japanese kids that went and committed suicide. Let me see if that's in my history. Yeah, I hope it is. History. Yes, it's in the Famicom powered by Wikia. Okie dokie now. Let's see what it says here. Due to the lavender tone, at least 200 kids supposedly committed suicide, and many more developed illnesses and afflictions. Now, here's something that freaks me out. This is a game intended for children, right? And I see them red and green, the Japanese versions, guys. Rumors say that these suicides and illnesses only occur after the children playing the game reached Lavender Town, whose theme music had extremely high frequencies that studies showed that only children and young teens can hear, since their ears are more sensitive. Hey, Mom, what did you say about talking to her this morning?
Well, she got mad at me and then she slept on the couch.
And what else happened?
Well, when Chris hollered at her to get up, she almost slid off the couch because...
To be in a spoiled little bastard?
No, because she was her feet were on the blanket and it started sliding out from under her.
You didn't realize that was just recorded because I remember recording, right?
Oh well.
Now the internet knows about Chris's little daughter being a little bitch.
Jonathan, do not use that word again.
I'm reading about Pokemon creepypasta, or basically kids in Japan that were very young playing their Japanese Pokemon Red and Green games. Here's the funny thing. Actually, here's the creepy thing. Every time they got to Lavender Town, 200 kids ended up doing suicides or illnesses and afflictions. Imagine anyone here in the U.S., like Tatiana's age, playing Pokemon Red and Blue and ended up committing suicide. Imagine that happening. I feel like sometimes I'm the devil.
Alright, bye.
Give me a minute, guys. I'm back. And I'm not serious. I'm not kidding, guys. You heard that conversation about my mom's boyfriend, a little girl, joined a fit. Oh, and here's the funny thing. His daughter managed to break his glasses. My mom's boyfriend, Chris's little girl, Tatiana, she managed to break his glasses yesterday. I'm thinking, this little girl is destined to die before she hits 10. No lie. She has acted up every time she's got here at my house. I'm thinking to myself, I'm asleep. Well, fun shit is happening to Tatiana. She getting beaten to a pulp by her own dad. Not literally beaten to a pulp. She only gets popped once while here by her own father. A 2-year-old is giving her father so much trouble. I'm telling you guys, this little girl, Tatiana, is just destined to get her ass beat. And no, not sexually. I mean, like, leave right March ass beat. She's begging to almost die before she hits 3 years old. And her birthday is apparently tomorrow? She better straighten up right now if she wants to live to see her next birthday. If she can behave for 24 hours, I wonder if her father will even let her live. Hell, if any of my kids acted up the way she did, I would not put them 6 feet in the ground, but I would say sit down in the corner for a month. No food. You can only have water and soda, but no food. No food for 1 week. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Isn't that a little harsh for a 2-year-old? Well, maybe. If a 2-year-old could break glasses. Wait, hold up. Sorry if I'm going away from the creepypasta shit. Hey, Mom, what did Tatiana do to Chris's glasses yesterday?
Well, he broke them the other day.
Explain how, damn it.
I don't know how.
You were here when... Weren't you here when it happened?
No. Jonathan, please go.
I put a grape in my mom's mouth.
Bye.
And if Hypno pays me a visit, I'm fully loaded. And no, not like erection fully loaded. No, I'm not Markiplier like that. I'm no Markiplier. There we go.
Controversial LTS, or also known as Lavender Town Syndrome. Please feel free to go back and watch that episode to hear my...
No, I could read you guys the story. I've already read the parts about where it's super creepy. Those children who committed suicide usually did so by hanging or jumping from heights. Those who did not acted irrationally, complained of severe headaches after listening to Lavender Town's theme. Also, although Lavender Town now sounds differently depending on the game, this mass hysteria was caused by the first Pokemon game released After the Lavender Tone incident, the programmers had fixed Lavender Town's theme music to be at a lower frequency, and since children were no longer affected by it. One video appeared in 2010 using special software to analyze the audio of Lavender Town's music. When played, the software created images of the unknown. Wait. Zoom in. Okay, the highlight part is what I'm reading to you guys. One video appeared in 2010 using special software to analyze the audio of Lavender Town's music. When played, the software created images of the unknown near the end of the audio. This raised a controversy since the unknown didn't appear until the Generation 2 games Silver, Gold, and Crystal. The unknown translates to leave now. There is also the said beta version of Lavender Town. It is said that the beta version of Pocket Monsters was released to some kids to test the games. This is the video of the beta version of Lavender Town. Yeah, but see right here? Hadouski. Skip the top here. Alright, from rumors all the way to Lavender Town's theme. That shit right there alone is creepy enough. Yeah, imagine you living in Japan and you play Pokemon Red and Green and you got to Lavender Town. And you were like 5, if you were in the age where it was affecting kids and young teenagers. Imagine you in that age area. What? Okay, and this happened when? Okay, the Lavender Town Syndrome was a peak in suicides and illnesses of children between the ages of 7 to 12, shortly after the release of Pokemon Red and Green in Japan back in February 27th. Oh, I was a little over 2 years old when this shit happened. I am not even kidding, guys. I was 2 years old when that happened. I am not even fucking joking.
Thoughts. We've also covered the infamous Ghost Girls from the latest generation of Pokemon games, just recently as a matter of fact. To catch up on those who are unaware, there is a strange hex maniac Ghost Girl in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, as well as X and Y. She's probably best known from her appearance in Lumois City in X and Y. When the screen fades in and out, she floats around you and says, "No, you are..."
I've heard that there's a fire red and leaf green version of the original game. No, and I don't. Sorry, rubbing my nose. Not picking. Now, as I was saying, if you have played Fire Red and Leaf Green, the game is probably not even much different from the original Red and Blue. Except one is a different color. One is blue, One is leaf green. And these are on the Game Boy Advance. Please do not tell me they fixed the Lavender Town music. I'm praying to God they didn't. I'm actually tempted to go to a game store and find Pokemon Fire Red Pokedex. Okay, let me look up the Pokedex and Fire Red. Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Fire Red, Leaf Green, Pokedex entries. Listing of all Pokemon from the Kanto region. Please do not tell me the original writing. You know what? No. If Fire Red and Leaf Green are just like the Japanese versions ported to the US, like if it's almost similar to the original Japan Fire, if it's anything like the Japan version of Red and Green, make sure you, even if you have a copy, destroy the copy, but keep the original one you got. I know you paid a lot of good money for it, but guys, trust me, if the music was put back to the original way, where its high frequency is back, do me a favor, destroy the game. I don't need nobody dying. But wait. How much is Pokemon Fire Red worth? On eBay, it's $250, but excuse me. Ugh. They're using the Omega Ruby's picture for Alpha Sapphire? That's not right. Oh, shit. Hell, I bet I could go to Gamer's Edge and at Gamer's Edge. $25? That's a GameStop. $20 for Leaf Green at GameStop. Fuck you guys.
Not the one. Although some people still claim that she'll say to them, "You are the one I've been looking for." Am I repeating myself? I feel like I'm repeating myself. Anyway, moving on. I recently found out that if you go to the 4th floor of the Hotel Rishishima, you will run into the same woman. This time she will say, "If you do, I won't hear the elevator." This may be in reference to the first game when you meet her on the 2nd floor near the elevator. And thanks to my buddy, the Gamer from Mars, who I've collaborated with before, informed me that if you go behind the schedule board of the Lumois City Station, you will discover a note that reads, "I am going to go for help.
Wait
for
in the
me in the
usual
usual
spot."
place." This leads many to theorize that this mysterious note must be in some way related to the ghost girl. Just take a little nap poo there. This same hex maniac also returned in Pokemon Oris. Feel free to check out the Creepy Gaming Extra where I go over it in more detail, as well as Phoebe's personal ghost girl. What is it with all these ghost girls? Now that we've addressed some disturbing Pokedex entries, creepy Easter eggs, and a theory or two, let's briefly discuss a few Pokemon creepypastas.
I'm using quarters to have the 3DS up a bit more.
As aforementioned, I've already talked about Lavender Town Syndrome, so let's start with one I've gotten a ton of requests for, Pokemon Strangled Red. This story is about a guy who finds a red Pokemon cartridge. He played the blue version growing up, so he wanted to see the difference between the two.
How much difference?
When starting the game, the strange title screen said, Pokemon Strangled Red. Well, guess what?
Okay, if you find a game that's haunted, if it looks normal but shit begins to happen, either do me two favors. One, break the game, or two, smash it. Never give it up to anyone else. Because basically, the next person you give it to will die. Not by me, by the game. Now, I know it almost sounded like I made it dark there, but it's true. People have a tendency to pass around a haunted game, and the next person that touches the game could end up dead. Has no one seen Pokemon Blood version? Let me look it up on YouTube. Pokemon Blood version. Blood Edition, that's what it's called. Blood Edition. Blood! I'm not Dracula. It has a picture of a Pikachu on it, and it's by Creepypasta Jr. And it said, here's something he says. Hi, everybody. Here is an original story written by me. I hate when people do that. Okay, it has a picture of a murdered Pikachu with no eye, with white eyes. A little bit of the skin right here is missing. You can see a little bit of the bone. What is it with all the murders?
Wouldn't you know it, weird shit happens. While playing, he then goes to his legit rival's house in Pallet Town. There he encounters a character named Red. And let me just tell you from personal experience, a character in a creepypasta named Red can't be.
This is what I'm talking about. And this is also what happened in the Godzilla NES creepypasta. Look at him! His face is made up of the word kill. If if that does not make you shit your pants, I don't know what will. Move you fucking 4 quarters. You ain't helping nothing. Look at Red! Scary as fuck.
A good sign. Red simply states that he'd be the best when it was his turn. The player uses his favorite, Mickey, his Charizard, throughout the rest of the game. He eventually beats it, but rather than the typical Pokemon endings, he got something totally different.
Yeah, Mickey. Or Mickey. Not Mickey Mouse. And not the Mickey from Godzilla vs. Biollante and from Godzilla and Mothra Belfort, and not from versus Mechagodzilla 2, not from versus Space Godzilla, not from versus Destroyer. Not those Mickeys. Not Mickey Sagusa, and not the Mickey Mouse you guys know and love. Don't copyright me, Disney. It's the Charizard nickname that probably got people.
At this point, the red cartridge was either some kind of hack or something really weird was happening. After what should have been the ending, his character and his brother in the game decide to trade Pokemon. His brother wants Mickey, his favorite Charizard. The player selects no, but the game does not recognize it, forcing him to trade his favorite Pokemon. While trading, the game crashes and creepypasta chaos ensues. I won't give it all away, but it's a must-read for any creepypasta fan who loves Pokemon. It's an older story, but a goodie. I like the older ones, I guess. I've tend to refer to these now as the classics, or the originals, if you will. Another older story would be Pokemon Creepy Black. It was great for its time. It centers around a trainer and his particular ghost Pokemon. The story shares a few similarities with another classic, Ben Drowned. It also has a really good ending that I'm not going to spoil. It's a good read, or hell, you can play these creepypastas now. I'm pretty sure there's ROM hacks for Strangled Red, Creepy Black, Lost Silver, Shitty Sapphire, Cummy White Pearl, whatever the hell else. You can find them. They're out there. If I had to give any other suggestions to my creepypasta viewers, then I'd suggest Nurse Joy, Audino's Revenge, and of course, Lost Silver. As I've said many times before, and I'm sure I'll say it many times again, the creepy factor to a kid's game just makes it that much more eerie. Everybody say it with me now.
The creepy factor to a kid's game just makes it that much more eerie. Or eerier.
But in its defense, as I stated earlier, I feel as if it has added yet another layer to an already deep franchise. Pokemon has found its core buried within creepy gaming history, with its weird Easter eggs, intriguing theories, bizarre ghost girls, and numerous creepypastas. Yeah, I'd say it takes the cake. The cake is a lie. Always remember, the cake is a lie. Always remember, always remember, the cake is a lie.
That's actually one of the achievements in Minecraft. That is literally one of the achievements in this game. Always remember, the cake is a lie. That's literally what this fucking thing says. The cake is a lie. So we're not allowed to eat cake. Well, fuck. No cake? Now you're probably wondering, where are the other Injustice videos? Back off. You don't judge when I upload.
It's just not stopping. Yep, I think that about does it. I can't possibly think of another Pokemon creepypasta out there that scared the holy living fuck out of me. Nope, not a clue. Nothing really comes to mind. Besides, got this headache. Just not today. No. No. It's not today. I need sleepy. You hear me? You leave me alone, you bright yellow bastard. Getting kind of sleepy. Well, that's going to do it for me today, guys. So I'm going to go pass out, take a little nappy poo. So, just keep it sticky. Peace.
Yeah. You guys really didn't think I was asleep, did you? No, my morning meds are supposed to actually wake me, not put me to sleep. Okay, now we just gotta do Hypno's Lullaby. Fuck, I hate this one. I literally do hate this video with all my guts. Fuck Hypno. And there's literally no way to change the fucking there's no way to change the quality on my 3DS to 720 frames per second on YouTube on the 3DS. There's no way to change it.
Previously on Creepy Gaming, Mullet Mike continues to have a hard day and needs a little sleep. It's so bad. It's just not stopping. I'm never gonna drink again. Fortunately or unfortunately for him, an infamous Pokemon decides to pay him a visit. What secrets lie in store on this edition of Creepy Gaming? I've had better days. By far, the one Pokemon aspect that has ever really truly creeped me the fuck out is Hypno. That's it. I'm not going to bury the lead. This sumbitch is scary as fuck. I purposely left him off the list in my...
If you guys do not know who Hypno is, he's basically a humanoid psychic type Pokemon. If you've not played the original Red and Blue game, don't ever play them. He scares me. Even Fire Red and Leaf Green in those games, he still scares me.
Previous video, because to me, this guy deserves his own episode.
Because
more on my personal phobia a little later on, but first, like always, let's start from the beginning. This is Hypno. He is a psychic-type humanoid Pokemon, number 097 in the Pokédex. They evolved from Drowsies and are considered by many as one of the most disturbing Pokemon for a number of reasons. Mainly due to Hypno's controversial anime episode appearance and...
Here's what his listing says. It's a hypnosis Pokemon, 5'3", weight 166.7 pounds. It carries a pendulum-like device. There was once an incident in which it took away a child it hypnotized. What is it with the children? It could be about adults and be just as scary. But no, it's stuck to children. Fuck you, Hypno. Die, you son of a bitch!
His disturbing Pokedex entries. Hypno has yellow skin, feline-like features, and is known for carrying a pendulum that it uses to hypnotize its victims. Hence the name. Get it? As I just mentioned, Hypno was featured in a controversial
Hypno Pokedex entry from Pokemon Yellow reads, avoid eye contact if you come across one. It will try to put you to sleep by using its pendulum, according to the entry from Pokemon Gold. So in two different games, its entry is... Okay, in the original game, its entry reads, it carries a pendulum-like device. There was once an incident in which it took away a child it hypnotized. And in the yellow and gold, it says, avoid eye contact if you come across one. It will try to put you to sleep by using its pendulum. Really, Game Freaking Nintendo? You guys couldn't have stuck with the one that where it mentions about taking away a child because you think that would be too scary for kids? Wrong! People today can find this character. Hell, they can even find the lullaby just looking it up on YouTube. I refuse to look it up because okay, I'm gonna look in my channel and see like how many times I've reacted to the Hypnos Lullaby video. Hypno Lullaby. Hypnos Lullaby. Hypno. It should bring up a few. And how many? Wow! 3! Episode 573, 442, and 440. Wow! The earliest ones were September 15th and September 6th. Wait, what? Oh, on the 16th, I did it at 12:20. Basically, during the middle of the night, I did it. Hell, episode 440 and 442 were not that far off. There was like one episode in the way of these two becoming close.
Episode of the Pokemon anime entitled Hypno's Nap Time. In the episode, a club of Pokemon lovers were using Hypno and Drowsy to help them with their recent sleep disorder. The sleep waves from Hypno were so strong that they started causing kids to act like Pokemon. What is it with the kids? Why children? Ugh. It could be adults and be just as creepy, but considering Hypno's power over children, it just takes it to a darker place, you know? Oh, boo.
What the hell, Game Freak?
Wait, a lot of Hypno's Pokédex entries are interesting, to say the least, but none creepier than in Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon X. The creature's entry reads as such. It carries a pendulum-like device. There was once an incident in which it took away a child it hypnotized. What the fuck, Nintendo? What the fuck, Game Freak? What the fuck, Japan? And would you believe me if I told you it's about to get stranger? Well, of course you would. This is creepy gaming after all. Get this.
What?
Well, of course you would. It carries a pendulum-like device.
We're at
There was
it
once an incident in which it took away a child it hypnotized. What
the fuck, Nintendo? What the fuck, Game Freak? What the fuck, Japan?
And would you believe me if I told you it's about to get stranger?
Literally, these are the spot. These are the thing. I'm thinking, these are the companies, and it was that particular country or state that went and made these games, made all these Pokemon games. I'm thinking, what the living fuck? Does Nintendo have a dark history that they're not revealing to us because they know if they say, oh, we got dark secrets in a podcast or at a reveal event, they think they might scare off their customers? Yeah, that's true. If they have any dark secrets, they would probably scare off their valued customers.
Well, of course you would. This is creepy gaming after all. Get this, in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, while wandering around in a berry forest, you will encounter a little girl. If you talk to her, you will learn that she is being terrorized.
I will read you what that little girl says.
You will encounter a little girl. If you talk to her, you will learn.
Whimper sniff. Oh, please help.
She is being terrorized.
A scary Pokemon appeared then a little while ago. A scary Pokemon appeared a little while ago. It kept scaring. It kept scaring. It made Lost Telly scared. Wait, that's her. That's literally her that you're talking to in the berry forest.
After which a Hypno will pop out and
I'm too scared to move, but I want to go home.
Pokemon battle.
Oh, here it comes again. No, go away. It's scaring me.
While the game isn't exactly spelling it out for us, I do think it's a strong indication that Hypno kidnapped this little girl. May I read this? In Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, while wandering around in a berry forest, you will encounter a little girl. If you talk to her, you will learn that she is berry forest. You will encounter a little girl. If you talk to her, you will learn.
Okay. This is the child you're talking to's name. It says, Whimper Sniff. Oh, please help.
She is being terrorized.
A scary Pokemon appeared there a little while ago.
Quote unquote.
It kept scaring. You meant to say it kept scaring me. And listen to this. It made Lost Telly. That's the girl you're talking to. It says it made Lost Telly scared.
Pokemon. After which a Hypno will pop out and attack you promptly.
It says I'm not. I'm too scared to move, but I want to go home.
A Pokemon battle. Now.
Oh, here it comes again. Oh, here it comes again. No, go away. It's scaring me.
While the game isn't
Where am I, Daddy?
exactly spelling it out for us, I do think it's a strong indication that Hypno Kid by a quote-unquote scary Pokemon, after which a Hypno will pop out and attack you, prompting a Pokemon battle. Now, while the game isn't exactly spelling it out for us, I do think it's a strong...
What other Pokemon hypnotizes a child to make it follow it? It's not Drowsy, it's the evolved version of Drowsy. I refuse to buy another Pokemon item from any store. I don't trust Nintendo Japan at all anymore with their Pokemon games. Do they keep doing this shit? No.
Indication that Hypno kidnapped this little girl. May I remind you again that it was in this very game's Pokédex, noting how there was once an incident that it took away a child it hypnotized. Come on now, how did this slip by? Oh, but it does get worse. Wouldn't you have guessed it? There's a Pokemon creepypasta entitled Hypno's Lullaby. Great! So you know what that means, kiddies. That's right. Mullet Mike presents to you creepypasta time. Creepypasta time now? Oh, I do creepypasta time. Okay, kitties, sit around. Everybody sit around. Let's talk about Hypno, is it? Is it Hypno? So Hypno is a bad guy. And this has been Creepypasta Time, brought to you by Mullet Mike. To sum things up rather quickly, it's about Hypno preying on young children. The scariest aspect that came from the creepypasta had to be the lullaby itself, set to the Lavender Town theme no less. So while I go get some aspirin and orange juice, I'm going to play for you guys the lullaby in its entirety. This was anonymously uploaded to the internet, so it's true or...
Why do people make their profile anonymous and put up the most creepiest shit? This had to be one of the creepiest shit I found on the internet when I was like 20. When I first heard this lullaby, I freaked the fuck out the minute I fell asleep, thinking, oh my god, if I see Hypno, I'm gonna kill it. See Wolverine here. Remember.
Are unknown. I do have to give fair warning. Some people swear up and down that they are affected by the lullaby when they try to sleep. So please, listen at your own risk.
He said, listen at your own... He said, listen at your own risk. I don't give two fucks, so I'm listening. Happy you will be.
nightmare fuel to last us the rest of our lives, that's probably going to do it for me today. I got heartburn and I need to sleep this off. But before I go, I have to share a quick personal story. Again, this is where I'd usually wrap up and say Hypno will go down in creepy gaming history, yada yada yada. But I think my story will sum up the eeriness of Hypno quite well. While working on this project, I had been staying up late at night, writing, researching wikis, Pokedex entries, and stumbled on to the anonymously recorded lullaby. I listened to it and legitimately got freaked out. And if you know me, if you know the show, then you know I don't say that about everything, especially creepypastas. This is no shit. When I finally fell asleep that night, I dreamt of Hypno. And he was no cartoon character as portrayed in today's episode. He was a beast. In my dream, we were on a stone spiral staircase of what seemed like a brick tower. I was a few stories above him, but behind him stood a line of 6 children, dazed, hypnotized, blindly following him in a single file line. Hypno, with pendulum in hand, stopped, as did the children. I remember being terribly frightened in my dream, frozen in fear. The next thing I know is Hypno made eye contact with me, and that was it. I woke up from the nightmare, sat up in bed very quickly in a cold, cold sweat. Just thinking about it now isn't helping my headache any. In all seriousness, believe me if you want, personally, I don't care. And don't get me wrong, I am in no way saying this was a paranormal thing. I'm sure me researching and listening to the song right before I went to bed didn't help any. But in the same breath, I can say the song did affect me in one way or another. Maybe in a paranormal way, maybe not. Who am I to judge? Either way, I had that dream. And I will never forget it. Well, y'all for watching.
So, what have we all learned today? No more listening to the Hypno lullaby. Okay, now let's listen to the NES Godzilla creepypasta. Excuse me. I think this is part 1. If it's not, I'll leave it. I don't know. It looks like part 1. I do like that update on the intro. Please tell me this is part 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Mullet Mike Hardcastle with you here, bringing you it's Turtles Band Day. Creepy Gaming. That's right, folks. This is the show where we take a look at all kinds of creepy video game aspects over the years. It could be Easter eggs, it could be a creepypasta, might even be a scary game review. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Alright, so it's no secret. I love giant monsters. Can't help it, alright? I love Godzilla movies, love all the Toho properties, I love Gamera, I love King Kong. I can't help it. It's just my kind of thing. So, that being said, today we will be covering none other than Godzilla NES creepypasta. Got a lot of requests to do this, so...
I was always asking him up the butt to review this particular creepypasta because it mentions the death of someone's beloved future wife? I don't remember. I would have to watch my listen through. I would have to listen to whatever episode number is where basically I had to sit my ass down basically for like let's say 3 hours. Hold up, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Godzilla creepypasta. Right now it's numbered as 480. Episode 480. NES Godzilla creepypasta listen through. This video alone is 3 hours and 19 minutes long. That by far is one of the longest running videos on my channel. And I try to keep it like under 20 minutes. No lie.
This one's for you guys. Well, without any further ado, turn the lights down and the volume up as we journey into some creepy game. And for you,
Enough, Godzilla! Let's do that again.
I've had about enough. NES creepypasta. Got a lot of requests to do this, so this one's for you guys. Well, without any further ado, turn the lights down and the volume up as we journey into some creepy game.
And you!
I've had about enough of your shit!
Season 6, Episode 6. NES Creepypasta, Part 1.
So what's scarier than an incredibly strong, indestructible, fire-breathing monster? I'll tell you. How about a giant, incredibly strong, indestructible, fire-breathing monster? Yeah, I'm talking about the 300-foot, standing in at 100 meters tall, the Kaiju King, the king of the monsters himself, Godzilla. Or as us Westerners know him better, as Godzilla. You know, guy in a big rubber suit, destroying miniatures, bad dubbing, all that kind of good stuff. He might not have been the first, but he is what sensationalized the Daikaiju genre. Kaiju meaning monster in Japanese. Godzilla first appeared in cinemas in 1954 and has been thrilling audiences ever since. Being a self-admitted film snob, I grew up watching movies like King Kong and the original Godzilla, inspired by the visual art itself. Needless to say, I am a huge Kaiju fan, terrible pun intended and all, but basically put, I'll be referencing a lot of silly named monsters. If you're not a Toho fan, then you might get a little lost, but I will try my best not to fanboy out and just keep it simple. Even if you aren't a Kaiju fan, I think most gamers would appreciate this disturbing story. In 1989, due to the rejuvenation of the pop culture phenomenon, Toho released Godzilla Monster of Monsters for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I remember getting to rent this game when I was just a wee lad. At the time, it was amazing. You just kind of had to make the best of what you had. Unfortunately, over time, this game hasn't aged very well.
Hold up, let me raise the bottom of the damn jars of my medicine.
It's like any Godzilla game, though. If you're a kaiju fan, then you tend to be a little bit more forgiving. I'm actually fortunate enough to own a boxed copy of this game. It's pretty cool, really, but the only thing I don't understand is why is it called Monster of Monsters? What, was King of the Monsters taken? Like, you got the Godzilla name, but you can't call it King of the Monsters? It's Monster of Monsters? What does that even mean? Monster of Monsters. It's the King of the Monsters. What the fuck? Anyway, I digress as usual. The gameplay is your basic side-scroller where you play as either Godzilla or Mothra, the guardian of the cosmos.
Okay, basically, if you play the game as Mothra, the game's just gonna fucking flat out laugh at you. Fuck you, Forrest. You know how.
Throughout space, each level involves you fighting kaiju from various other films.
Gear.
Pretty cut and dry. Now, would you be surprised if I said there was a creepypasta written based on this game? Of course you wouldn't. You wouldn't be watching this after all. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who comment, the real video starts here. So just go ahead and comment. Go ahead. As a matter of fact, let me save you the trouble and just give you the time code. Here.
6 minutes and 27 seconds.
Stuff. That should save you a little trouble. A few years back, a story was written about the Godzilla NES game. A tale unlike any other. A lot of people have suggested and requested this episode, so this one's for you folks. The truth is, the only reason it's taken me this long to make an episode regarding the Godzilla NES creepypasta is, well, because I've already covered it. Yeah, that's right. Years ago, as a matter of fact, myself and fellow compadre Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers overanalyzed the hell out of this story. I'll even leave a link in the description if you want to check out our in-depth discussion. But for today, consider this more of a creepypasta recommendation rather than a creepypasta reading. It's just not my style. I haven't covered this because I felt like I said everything that I needed to in that series of videos. But that was years ago, and my opinion has since changed. This story stuck out to me immediately. Why? Well, because this tale is broken down into chapters. Yeah, it's that long. Rather than a short story, this is more like a novel. There are C.S. Lewis books shorter than this. You can tell there was a ton of thought, time, and effort put into it. Chapter 1 is really kind of what you would expect from this type of story. The Godzilla NES creepypasta is told from the perspective of a gamer named Zachary. He is given a Godzilla Monster of Monsters cartridge from his buddy. This is a nice touch. I like the idea of how it's a cart rather than just some ROM or ROM hack. Zach claims that the game worked fine, nothing out of the ordinary, except when he got to his first fight with Godzilla. He claims the screen began to glitch up. Zachary began to see all these red pixels appear. So rather than keep playing it like most characters do in this type of story, Zach uses logic. He turns off the game and blows into the cartridge to clean it. Hold on, let me clean this real quick. Okay, it's been a while. So Zach restarts the game and he gets past the first level without any issues. Once he begins the second level, Mars, he notices Titanosaurus, who had been in Godzilla films, but not in this game.
Zach in the story thinks he's got a rare producer, a rare prototype of the game. Basically, to point out, Zach thought that if Biollante and Titanosaurus weren't enough, hell, later in the game, you see Orga. A monster that did not make his appearance until 12 years after the original game was produced and released to the public. Because if Toho had like in the story, if Toho had been that smart and saw the future movie and put Orga in the game, they would have never given Roland Emmerich the rights to make a Godzilla film. That is true, though. Toho, you even made Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. How dare you? Even the nerd says, no wonder Godzilla's been extra pissed off lately. Because Toho went and stuck their name to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and not sticking to just Godzilla. You're probably wondering what am I doing down here? Kindle. Gonna check up on my dinosaurs and my dragons. And somehow I got an acoustic dragon from breeding the first two Legend of Dios dragons. Why? I won't argue.
At this point, Zach's not complaining. He thinks that he has some special version or maybe even a developer's copy of the game. It is not until he fights Godzilla again that the same red glitch returns. Zachary says himself that he, quote-unquote, foolishly ignored the glitch. He goes on to his battle with Mogira, but notices the classic kaiju is twice the size it should be. Once defeated, Mogira began to disintegrate pixel by pixel. Like myself, being the kaiju fan he was, Zach found this more awesome than creepy. He had played this game, and he knew it wasn't supposed to be like this. Again, this had to be some kind of special edition cartridge, right? He proceeds to fight Titanosaurus, the kaiju that wasn't originally in the game. He was a bit taller than Godzilla, which is strange, but since he was bigger in the movies, the kaiju fan enjoyed it. He appreciated the attention to detail. Now, in the real game, after the second stage, you're supposed to go to Jupiter, but instead the player noticed he was being sent somewhere called Pathos. Now, what I'm about to tell you wasn't in the creepypasta, but if you know me and you know this series, then you know I always like to dig a little bit deeper. I wanted to find out the meaning of the word, and to my surprise, I found out that pathos is defined as a quality that evokes pity or sadness. Interesting. Now, those of you familiar with the story know that this is only the beginning of Chapter 2. Yeah, like I said, there was a lot to this one. So, Pathos looked just like the Jupiter layout, but with a dark blue hue. It was on this overworld map that he discovered Biollante as the stage's main boss. But wait a minute, this game came out like in 1988, whereas Godzilla vs. Biollante didn't come out until a year later. What? When playing the first stage, he noticed that there were no enemies, no obstacles, just this dark red planet in the background. After breezing through the level, he tried one of the orange cave stages. To his dismay, he noticed a pile of tumorous eyes. Zach claims that this strange music began to play. Now he's starting to get a little creeped out. Seemingly out of nowhere, enemies appeared in the stage as Matango spawned, swarming all around him. Now, if you've played the real game, then you know they tend to recycle the same kaiju for each level, typically with the addition of one or two. So Zachary had to have a rematch with Godzilla once again, as well as Mogira. But this time, things were different. So Zachary had to have a rematch with Godzilla once again, as well as Mogira. Rather than the classic kaiju we all know and love, both appeared different as these strange-looking creatures. Zack claims that not only were the sprites different, but their fight patterns were as well. After finally defeating the strange kaiju, he went for Biollante. Again, strange that Biollante's movie wasn't out yet. Zachary rationalized this as some sort of Easter egg.
And I like how in the creepypasta, her sprite actually almost resembles the movie version. No lie. Here, I'll show you.
From Toho, or maybe tease the monster's upcoming film debut.
That's actually not far off from... Oh, yeah. That's actually not far off from her movie. Oh, from her movie show.
Either way, he eventually...
That is actually not far off. I'm actually liking the guy who did her sprite. He must have been a hardcore Godzilla fan to get her just right. He even got her rose form correct, showing that her rose form could not move, letting her vines do basically all the work. Well, in the movie, her vines do all the work basically for the first form, which is the rose form. Yeah, I know there are multiple forms for Biollante. There was the indoor-sized plant version, but I'm talking about the version that comes out, that goes to the lake and built up then. That's the first form I'm talking about. But damn, the sprite for her actually almost is basically 100% accurate on the movie form. Man, developers actually do need to try. And her form does look the second form, the one that's shown here in the creepypasta, but also is shown in the PS4 version of Godzilla. It's close to resembling the movie form too. I have to admit, no lie. Now, if you were able, I'm going to take this as a chance to think about this. If Namco Bandai had chosen to put Biollante's rose form, how would she have moved? Her vines have a limit, guys. Come on. So, I think they said, oh, we tried to put her rose form in, she ain't gonna go nowhere. She'll be stuck. Become dust and fly to the next area, guys? Think about it. That's how she moved from long distance and went in space, followed Godzilla from space, and went back into the ground, and her second and final form showed up.
Had to defeat the plant creature. He was then taken back to the overworld screen. This time, no music, just a new icon in place of the base. And since the base was the only real way to continue on, Zachary moves his Godzilla icon over the disturbing red tribal face. This is when the story really begins to get good.
And guys, I have something to tell you. I have my Allosaurus at level 40. It's at max. I was thinking, like, is there a hybrid for Allosaurus? Well, I've looked all over through the creature glossary for carnivores, herbivores, pterosaurs, and amphibians, even hybrids. I've looked through everything. There is no hybrid. I've looked in the hybrids area. There is nothing for Allosaurus. Literally nothing. Basically, if I want to sell this fucker right now, I only get 2,000 DNA. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. 2,000 DNA is a lot. Well, hear me out. Hear me out. I spent 4,000 DNA plus the DNA that it took to get 2 Allosauruses to make to like the level 20, then 30, then 40. I spent a lot of DNA basically trying to get this one Allosaurus to level 40. But I added up the total on just buying the Allosauruses separately. I spent 4,000 DNA to get an Allosaurus to level 40. God damn, 4,000 DNA wasted on Allosaurus. It says, oh, there's a category where you can own a level 3, there's a, where you can own it up to 4. There's one where you can have it at level 4, at 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars, and 1 star. Why would you want to waste more DNA on an Allosaurus? Why? And if I try and fuse any 2 dinosaurs like a Mojongosaurus and an Alanquah, which are ready to be fused to make a Alangosaurus, I already have one at level 40.
Starting the stage, he saw a fiery, hellish background. Only one word appeared on the screen.
Run.
Run. It was then we were introduced to the infamous demonic creature, simply known as Red. Zack soon found out that he must run from this demonic kaiju.
This is the kaiju that you have to try and fight during the game. At the end of Zenith. Or wait. I can't remember which planet.
He had never seen such a creature before, nor have I. This was not in any Toho film. This was a brand new creature. Since he only had a one-word instruction, he decided to follow it. He tried outrunning Red, but Red just kept getting closer and closer to him.
Before you get to the final stage in the game, if Red touches you, it's instant death. Basically, in this game, in this particular creepypasta, Godzilla is not the king. He has been the underdog. Second fiddle. I'm thinking, Godzilla is playing second fiddle? Really? The king of the monsters, the almighty, destroying king of the monsters, is playing second fiddle to a demon. Did I miss something? Did I miss something? Did I? Apparently I've heard that I've missed something, that Godzilla is supposed to play second fiddle to Red. No! I'm sorry, but the Kaiju fan in me says Godzilla is not supposed to play second fiddle to anyone. He's not. He's not supposed to be second place. He's king of the monsters. Sorry if I'm fanboying now. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Godzilla should never play second fiddle. That's what Anguirus is for. Anguirus is second fiddle to Godzilla. Actually, no. I take that back. King Ghidorah plays second fiddle. Wait a minute. Wait, no. I take that back again. King Ghidorah, Mothra, and Mechagodzilla all play second fiddle to Godzilla because they are the three that are constantly being rebooted along with Godzilla. Mechagodzilla and King Ghidorah all second fiddle to Godzilla. Godzilla should not play second fiddle to a demon that was never in a Toho movie.
Eventually gets past them and past the level, which brings us to the next part.
Hey! I like this intro that they do.
That's right, folks. We're covering the Godzilla NES creepypasta. If you didn't follow me last time, you need to go check it out, because that was more or less a creepypasta recommendation and review, whereas this part we're actually going to finish up and conclude and talk about Red. Oh boy. Red. Red. Oh, this is going to be a good one, folks. Turn the lights down and the volume up as we journey into some cool, creepy game. That's right, folks. We're covering the Godzilla NES creepypasta. If you didn't follow me last time, you need to go check it out, because that was more or less a creepypasta recommendation and review, whereas this part we're actually going to finish up and conclude and talk about Red. Oh boy.
I don't think Godzilla likes Red.
Red. Oh, this is going to be a good one, folks. Turn the lights down and the volume up as we journey into some cool, creepy game.
Bad boy. You roared last time. Bad boy. You're looking at me like you're confused. You should be.
How could anything with the title King of the Monsters not have its own creepypasta? It's basically a guarantee with a moniker like that. We will be picking up where we left off, talk about the character known as Red, and continue to praise this creepy magnum opus. If you want to hear the backstory and my summary of the first chapters, then please refer to part 1. Like, really, you should probably really watch it. It'd make this part, like, make so much more sense if you just went and watched part 1. We left off with chapter 3, Trance. I made a point to leave off here for 2 reasons. 1, Red just made his first appearance, and 2, what you've heard of the creepypasta has really just kind of been status quo. Some might even use the word cliched, but chapter 3 is where things go off the deep end, and I like it when things go off the deep end. We last left off with our residual creepypasta gamer Zach after his friend gave him a Godzilla Monster of Monster NES cartridge. He played a little bit and noticed that monsters from other Japanese kaiju movies were appearing in this version of the game when they weren't in the original. When he begins the level, now named Trance, he notices another change to the overworld map. This time, a question mark appears. Zachary moves his Godzilla icon over to it and found something he wasn't really expecting. A quiz. Yeah, a quiz. Where is this going exactly? I've read a ton of creepypasta in my day, and this isn't supposed to be how it goes. A quiz? When does Godzilla come out of the screen and kill someone? When do we find a bloody kaiju plushie? Wait, what? A quiz? Really? A quiz? It's almost like this was an original idea or something. So, Zach is asked if he likes dogs, I guess. This is where the face comes in. Depending on Zach's answers, one of the following faces would appear. And for those who've never played the real Godzilla game on NES, then believe me when I say this isn't in the game. And no, I am not making this up. This is really how the story goes. I told you, deep end. But this is nothing, especially compared to Red and all the other creepiness. This was just more strange, more original. But the weirdness doesn't stop there. Chapter 3 continues, much like the previous two, but this time Zach must fight a slew of new kaiju. These disturbing monsters had never been in any Godzilla movie and definitely were never in this game. The new demonic kaiju appeared, rotted, distorted. Some would even say mangled. There were no more attempts at rationalizing this situation. Zach knew something was off, especially when he discovered Orga. Much like the creature Biollante, Orga was in a Godzilla movie, but strangely not at the time of this game's release. Zach tried to explain off Biollante. His film debut and the game's release were close.
Toho has confirmed that Biollante is the only female character, besides Mothra, who has appeared in a Godzilla film. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Close enough. But Orga? He knew the alien Orga did not appear until Godzilla 2000. Might I remind you, this game was released in 1988. That's nothing, though, compared to what Zach was about to witness. As each chapter went on, stage by stage, map by map, Zach saw these bizarre level layouts and a plethora of never-before-seen demonic creatures. Some of the distorted kaiju returned, like Not Magara. Most were variants. Zachary didn't know what disturbing imagery he might see next. There was only one consistent, one guarantee, one certainty that the gamer knew he...
Red was never far behind. That's literally the truth. In the creepypasta reading, Red was never too far off. Red was never like 5 spaces behind Godzilla. He was just like 1 space behind Godzilla, saying, I'm creeping up on you, Godzilla. You better move it. 11 o'clock?
Face at the end of each stage. He knew red was
That content, that face. Ugh.
never too far behind.
Ugh.
This creepypasta was great at delivering new minions and monsters. There was even a cool new kaiju that I really enjoyed
Solomon.
named Solomon. But now, it's time to talk red. Growing up a Godzilla fan, I always wanted to see a formidable foe for the king of the monsters. I mean,
What, is King Ghidorah not a formidable foe anymore? King Ghidorah, 3 heads. Red, 1 head. I think King Ghidorah is still a formidable foe, even to this day, but we all know Godzilla's gonna murder him. He's gonna beat King Ghidorah's ass. We all know that's gonna happen, but we like seeing a 3-headed dragon face a Godzillasaurus that was mutated by a nuclear bomb in 1954. Isn't that the formula? Formidable foe shows up, like aka King Ghidorah, fights Godzilla, bam, Godzilla wins. You're probably wondering, what the hell am I doing down here? Good question. Good question. Don't know.
come on, how many times can he fight King Ghidorah? While rereading this creepypasta, I had realized that I had found that formidable foe in red. You see, typically in a Godzilla film, a new monster is discovered. Godzilla rises from the ocean and defeats his enemies with ease, for the most part. There's typically a scene in the second or third act where Godzilla is taken down or weakened, but he always rises from the rubble to secure his crown as king of the monsters. I guess that's one of the more disturbing aspects I found in this story. I have never seen Godzilla in a more vulnerable position, in a film, game, or any form of media for that matter. Compared to Red, Godzilla for once seems like the underdog.
He said underdog. And he's looking at Godzilla saying, "You're the underdog? Big Bad King of the Monsters is second fill?" Don't laugh. Godzilla should never play second fiddle. I just said that. No monster should be stronger than Godzilla, unless it's a minion from hell. Now I gotta focus on making more. Fuck! I need more. Basically everything. Hmm. Mày ba? Apa wah?
Never mind. Red is brilliant. Red's just badass. Have I mentioned how much I love Red? Red. One eerie aspect I love about this guy is in the same vein of other Japanese monster movies. He evolves. That's right. Just like Mothra in her larva form, or even Shin Godzilla, Toho's most recent Godzilla film, Red doesn't just have one grotesque form. He has his spider form, there's his flying form, I don't know, his devil form. He's kind of like Destroya, but more terrifying, if you can believe that. And okay, I gotta do this. Sorry, James, it's for you. Destroya! Look at that face.
Destroya!
How would you like to be gaming one day and this guy just pop up randomly and whatever?
Wait. Never mind.
Red is brilliant. Red's just badass. Have I mentioned how much I love Red? Red. One eerie aspect I love about this guy is in the same vein of other Japanese monster movies. He evolves. That's right. Just like Mothra in her larva form, or even Shin Godzilla, Toho's most recent Godzilla film, Red doesn't just have one grotesque form. He has his spider form, there's his flying form, I don't know, his devil form. He's kind of like Destroya, but more terrifying, if you can believe that. And okay, I gotta do this. Sorry, James, it's for you. Destroya! Look at that face. How would you like to be gaming one?
Imagine you playing a video game late at night and you see a monster popping up out of nowhere.
And this guy just pop up randomly in whatever game you were playing. Although not the only redeeming aspect, Red was definitely the main aspect.
Yeah, apparently through this particular creepypasta, Red was up your ass. He would never let you catch a break.
As well as the centerpiece to this creepy story.
No, you do not eat that. Bad Red. And if Red's got a problem with me talking shit about him, he can come in my dream and tell me so himself. I'll just have a holy cross in my hand and say, back, demon, back, back. May God smite thee. I know I just went religious there for a second, but I like to stay alive.
Red is the backbone of this eerie tale and the spine in which the shivers run down. Oh, Red. That's not necessary. This creepypasta has a lot of really good moments. Weird locations, distorted enemies, awkward events like the face quiz. I've been covering scary gaming stories for years. If you've been watching me for seasons, then you know I typically don't like creepypasta. I just cover them because my viewers ask me to, and after I do, I might accidentally like it. Some are good, but others are as cliched as a slasher flick. Yeah, I know, I typically don't like creepypasta, but hey, you gotta give credit where credit's due. Does this Godzilla creepypasta have some of the common tropes from various other tales? Of course it does. It takes these things in order to make a gaming creepypasta. The fact that this story has chapters and plenty of media to go with it helps it stand out against the rest. It has a narrative, an actual story arc. While strange and at times maybe a bit pretentious, Godzilla NES is one of the better creepypastas I have ever read. Believe it or not, after reading the final chapter, I was actually, dare I say, disturbed. Now, I do apologize if you thought I was going to tell you the whole story, but if you watched part 1 as I said you should, I clearly stated this would be more like a creepypasta recommendation. So yeah, I'm not going to spoil it for you. I've already been trying hard enough not to spoil anything for you guys. You should really check it out for yourself. It's worth it. I really explained myself last episode when I said that Mudahar and I had already covered this on his channel, and since then my opinions had changed. The link will be in the description of this video as well. A lot of people still requested this for an episode, so I had to give it the creepy gaming treatment. Again, as a recommendation, go check it out. Part of the fun of this story is the slow growing tension one feels from reading chapter to chapter. Oh yeah, so you probably want to know how my opinion has changed. Well, I enjoyed the story then, don't get me wrong, but now I appreciate it. And as a writer, I respect it more now. You see, when we first covered it, everyone, myself included at the time, was in a craze to see if we could find a true, real-life gaming creepypasta that actually happened. Back then, I was more into debunking the myths. Now, I am more about appreciating it for the entertainment that it is. In my typical research for this episode, I found the original author. Known on the internet as Cosby Daff, this guy will go down in creepy gaming history for his epic creepypasta. His writing, his recreation of classic kaiju, as well as all new monsters like Solomon and Red, all worthy. I tried to reach out to him.
Yeah, and if you have heard the part where Red and Solomon have a bit of a history where Red said, "Traitor, I always hated you. You can die like the rest." And Solomon says, "I'd rather die than to serve you." That shit is implanted in my head. I know it by line. That's freaky.
I like to talk to the author if I can, but I never heard back by the time this episode went into production. I don't think most people would find it strange, though, that Cosby Daff currently works as a pixel artist, which would explain the amazingly creepy images that accompanied the story. So, there you go. Creepypasta explained. You can tell this wasn't just thrown together overnight. As I said before, there was a lot of thought, time, and effort put into it. Hats off to Cosby Daff. You're still the best! I don't know for sure, but from what I understand, a playable version is currently being developed. But I've been hearing about it for a while, so I don't know what its current state of development is. In closing, the Godzilla NES creepypasta brought a lot to the table. The story is about 10 times the length of your average creepypasta. There's plenty of media to go with it, video, images, or otherwise. Cosby Daff had to be a fan of the Daikaiju genre like myself. He paid homage to Toho Studios and created his own creepy creatures. You could tell this was a major passion project.
All that by him. Trying to find Biolanty, but I can't. Come on, Biolanty, where the hell are you? Are you for real? She's not on here. And no, guys, I'm literally looking.
I encourage that. It doesn't hurt that I genuinely felt disturbed after reading. And to me, that's what creepy gaming is all about. Well, thank you all for watching, but in the meantime, I'm going to have to do something with this little guy. He's been getting on my nerves.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening for my reaction. Basically, if you want to watch all these, they're up on YouTube. I didn't think I would listen to 5 Sticky Paddle gaming videos. And if you guys dare me to react to the Tales Stalkers by the Sticky Paddle gaming people and Sonic.exe at the same time, no, one at a time. You're wondering what the hell I'm doing. I'm trying to do something on Dragon City. And I'm on the very last ancient dragon for Ancient World. All I gotta do is 2 ruby triangles. I gotta do 2 neat ruby. I just need 5 more fine rubies. I just need 2 more pure rubies to make another fine ruby to make it. And then I will need 5 more fine rubies to make 10. So that way I have 2 neat ruby. And then I need basically like okay. Four fine sapphires. 5 fine sapphires equals 1 neat sapphire. But I need 10 neat sapphires to make 2 bright sapphires. And I just need one bright topaz. And I just need 2 neat diamonds. But that's all gonna have to wait till later. But anyway, if you enjoyed me reacting to the 3 disturbing Pokemon videos that were on Sticky Pal Gaming, along with the NES Godzilla creepypasta by the Sticky Pal people, let me know down in the comments below if you want me to react to the Tailstall Curse, the Tailstall by the Sticky Pal, which is Creepy Gaming. Let me know if you want to react. Let me know if you want me to react to that video. I might put on my 3DS because I don't know why. I just like using my 3DS. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more great content. Now, if you don't, more space. The capacity of your habitats will increase, and all habitats will have a maximum capacity of 4 dragons. Stay tuned. To get the blue bot, I have the blue bot dragon. Now, to get the blue bot to the goal, I need 1,440 maze coins. Yeah, 1,440. I only have 179. Where is that fucking key for the Super Plumber Dragon? I want that so bad. Where the living fuck is it? It's gotta be around here somewhere. God damn it. It's around here. I know it. Now I have 49 maze coins because I moved the stupid banana dragon. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.